Okay, so today we're just taking what we did all week and we're just going up one more step with it. Okay, so there's nothing new between this week, what we're doing this week, and we have done the last two times. What we're going to do is a word problem. Okay, a word problem where we're going to figure out the rate of change, the initial value, the equation for it, and then solve using the equation. The first thing I need to do is I need to identify my 2 points, because it doesn't come out and just tell you what the 2 points are. So a rocket is launched from a platform and travels upwards in a line. After 5 seconds, the height of the rocket is 1,000 meters. After 13 seconds, it's 2,560 meters. Okay, so let's make our 2 points. So 2 points are 5, 1,000 and 13, 2560. So those are 2 points. Ask for the rate. So that's our rate of change. So let's label it. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. So we have Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1, which would be 2560 over, minus 1,000 over 13 minus 5. Therefore, next line is going to be 1560 divided by 8. Right? 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. So, and then let's find out what 1560 divided by 8 equals, 1560 divided by 8 equals 195. 195. In this case, if you want to do rates of change, it would be meters per second. Mostly because this here, well, not mostly, all, we put meters on top and we put seconds on the bottom. That's our M. Now the question, how high was the platform the rocket was launched from? Well, that is our B. Because if you consider like the rocket being launched, it was launched from a platform, it's going to look like this. This here is our y-intercept. So we're going to pick one of these 2 points. I'm going to pick this one here, where we write m, b, x, y. M is 195. B is what we don't know about. There, I just realized our rocket's going up like this. X is 5 and Y is 1,000. So let's plug everything in and find our B. So we have Y equals mx plus B. 1,000 equals 195 times 5 plus B. So 1,000 equals, my calculation right? Yep. Equals 975 plus B. Then let's rearrange. 1,000 minus 975 equals B. So B equals 25. So therefore, the platform was 25 meters high. Now, we have our M and our B. B was 25 and M was 195. Write the equation for flight of the rocket. Well, two things, x and y are going to equal, and we kind of did it the very first. This was time, and this was height. So we can rewrite it as h equals blank times time plus blank. Time. We got long t there. Now let's fill in what we know. H equals 195t plus 25. Then lastly, it's going to ask us, after 1 minute, how high it will be. Key here, 1 minute is 60 seconds. So this is our time. So let's find our height. Height equals 195 times 60 plus 25. So let's grab my calculator. Oops. 195 times 60 plus 25 equals 11725. 11725 meters. So nothing new that you've learned. Okay, you have your finding rate of change. We have to figure out the 2 points, but we know how to find rate of change using 2 points. Did that. We know how to reorganize a formula to find our unknown, in this case b. Did that. We know how to write our formula. Did that. And lastly, we know how to solve for the unknown when we're given part of the information. So let's take a look at this one here. You rent a car that has an initial cost plus a cost per kilometer. The first time you rent, you drive 300 kilometers and pay $75. Second time you drive 900 kilometers and pay $100. So let's create our 2 points here. And a lot of time you think about it, you have what you're measuring on the y-axis. What are you measuring? Well, in this case, we're measuring the cost. So that's going to be my y variable. And distance would be my x variable. So 300, 75 and 900, 100. Okay. So cost per kilometer. Okay. So let's figure out our rate of change. This is x1, y1, x2, y2. So y2 minus y1, 1 over x2 minus x1, which would equal 100 minus 75 over 900 minus 300, which equals 25 over 600, which would equal 1. 4 times 6, 124, I think. Let me double check. 600 divided by 25 is, 600 divided by 25, 24. So 1 over 24. We could change that to decimal place, but it'd be kind of a weird decimal place, I want to say. Oops. Yeah, it keeps going. 0.416666, something like that. So let's leave as a fraction and see what happens. So what's the initial rental fee? Okay. So for this, we need to know, we need an m, we need a b, we need an x, and we need a y. This one's the one we don't know, but we do know this is 1 over 24. And let's pick 900 and 100. So 900 and 100. So y equals mx plus b, which equals 100 equals 1 over 24 times 900 plus b, And what's 37.25? So 100 equals 37.25 plus b. Let's rearrange. 100 minus 37.25 equals b. So b, or the cost, the initial cost, will be $62.5. That's my initial cost. So let's write the equation. So the equation was cost and distance, right? So this was my x value and this is my y value. So cost equals 1 over 24 d plus 62.5. There's my equation for the cost. Now, how many kilometers would you have to, so kilometers would be distance, to get a cost equal this. So if we wrote down everything in terms of letters now, cost distance, yeah. Let's go M and B. This would be 62.5. This is 1 over 24. We're looking for distance, and we have the cost. So let's write everything in we know. Cost equals 1 over 24 d plus 62.5. So if we want to do this, we have 500 now equals 1 over 24. That's an equal sign. $2.5. Let's rearrange, bring that over. What in the world is between that? Looks like a crazy eye. So let's bring it over. So we have 500 minus 62.5 equals 1 over 24d. So that's going to equal, I should have that number off the top of my head, but I don't. Oops. That's going to equal 437.5 equals 1 over 24d. Now, divide both by this number, which equals the distance you will need to cover. Divide that by, you could drive, that's a big drive, 10,500 kilometers to get a cost of $500. That guy's not making any money on his car. Okay, so as I said before, nothing you haven't learned yet on this. I think I put 2 or 3 questions for you to complete. Okay, have a great day.